My name is Maha, 5 years with Keller Williams, and I know we have to go through that introduction every time. More than 13, 15 years in the business and trying to think out of the box and doing the business in a different way every day. Create the wheels sometimes. So today we're going to be talking about the open houses. It's basically generating leads for buyers and sellers as well. We will go a little bit fast on those presentation because you guys have seen it before. And we're going to talk about the benefits of holding an open house. It's inexpensive. It's high return on your investment and exposure. And I would add to it is branding yourself as well in the neighborhood, whether you do your own open house as a listing agent or you're helping a listing agent by holding an open house, you're branding yourself. And most probably you can get a buyer for another property most of the time. And you can build your pipelines. You would have to qualify those leads when they walk in the open house, or you can follow up with them and see how can you help them and which category would you basically put them under? Is it a long-term, short-term? Are they just looking? Are they pre-approved, do not have any agent? There's a lot. It's a great opportunity for you to get the in-person interaction. Well, I'm saying that based on the regular norm of life once we get back to the open houses. And it's a productive way to meet buyers and sellers. Out of probably 75% of new realtors, they get their first client from an open house, basically. And those are statistic, I would say 85%, because everybody I talk to them, I always ask, how did they start the business? Where did they get their first client, whether buyers or a seller? Most of new agent that they are holding open houses, they will probably catch a buyer more likely. So right now, everything is done on a virtual basis, and I'm gonna talk about preparing for a virtual open house. So the conversation today is gonna be about virtual open house. We still can do open houses, but virtually. We can prepare by either sending a postcard. If you're gonna be holding a virtual open house for 4 or 5 hours during the weekend for specific house, you can give all your contact information on that postcard. And once they call you, then you set a time and schedule a time for them. What I have done, offering a virtual open house or virtual tour, I call it, virtual private tour. I created an ad and I put a small video, less than 15 seconds, saying, hey, I'm here for you and I can get you to see that house from your own place at your own time. Whether weekends or weekdays will work around your time. I believe I got like 3 leads so far and I'm supposed to call them. And maybe I can share quickly what I have done on that. You have to bear with me here because so many.
Here. Hello, this is Maha from Keller Williams. I'd like to invite you to schedule a virtual private tour for any of our listings in San Jose, whether it's during the weekdays or during the weekend, we will accommodate your time.
So there was a simple, let me get back to my screen in here. There was a simple introduction over an ad. For any ad to be successful, what I heard from everybody in the business, you should not put a longer video than 15 seconds. Somehow it's being clicked right away and people pay attention to it more. And I will show you, I ran an ad, the same wording, one for San Mateo, one for Santa Clara County or San Jose listings. And I will show you the ad and how many clicks and how many leads I got. I've run that just, I believe, over the weekend. I started that ad. So that's how I prepare for virtual tour, not virtual open house. Once you do get an audience, you would have to carry on with the open house differently than in person. Basically, you can highlight what you have. For example, if you have in the kitchen an island and storage under the island with pull-up drawers, you would show that because they don't see that from the pictures. So you have to do a little bit more details, more than the picture that they see over the website or the virtual tour that you have. So we have more time to spend with them, and we can do it by FaceTime. I offer it by Messenger, and I offer it by Zoom. And it would be mostly private. I've seen people have done an open house, virtual open house from 1 to 4, but then you do not connect on a person to person. I've actually seen one agent claiming that he is a buyer, but I knew that agent, which was not right. But I don't believe the agent that was holding the open house knew about it. I could see also all buyers by their full name with their picture, and I check all the buyers that they're coming in without their agent, and I can check who they are, where they work at, and if I am really sneaky, I could go get in touch with that buyer. Therefore, I decided to do my open houses privately. I'll schedule one by one. Whenever it's good for them, I will be in the house. I would do FaceTime, or I would schedule a Zoom meeting, and I would walk them through every detail of the house and answer all their questions. So for my preparation, basically it goes more on the social media, and sometime I would do a postcard before the listing, like say just listed, and please schedule a private tour, private virtual tour. That's what my postcard would say. Prospecting, once you will be face to face with them, you get that connection privately, one-on-one, then you start asking more questions about them, and you start to show how much you know. So if they're not pre-approved, you can talk about offering them lenders that they do less down payment than 20%, more than 20%, which areas are they looking for. You get the conversation and prospecting and qualifying at the same time, because really you're not with the person physically. However, somehow you connected to them if they came to your virtual tour or if they asked for your virtual tour. Now, once you have all the information from the buyers, it could be also somebody looking how you're holding the virtual tour for a listing and they're interested to sell their home. And I've had somebody just basically evaluating me when I was giving a virtual tour for one of my listings. Once I know what's their main reason to connect with me, either they're just checking on the housing market, either they're just curious about that house, how it looks inside, they don't want to jeopardize themselves by going in during the corona pandemic, the COVID-19 pandemic. Once you figure out what this lead is all about, then you can pursue it either by setting up for neighborhood nurture, by safe search, or you can even send them a link from the MLS with the houses that they're looking at. And if it is a seller, you can always give them insight about their neighborhood and what's going on with the market, what's the median prices. And this is all available for you with just few clicks on comment. Okay, so preparing, setting
Maha,
up
I've got a
for
question.
success. Yes, hello?
Yeah, this is Jim Brady. So the virtual open house, as you described it, you have to be in the house to
Yes.
conduct this.
Yes, yes.
So
Because as a listing agent,
process-
Jim, I have a virtual tour online. I have the pictures online, and I want to grab this lead. So that's what I offer.
so, but you can only do that if you have access to the house, which means either you coordinated that time with the people who live there or it's vacant, right?
Yes. So it's like exactly if you're working with buyer and buyer wanted to see that house, somebody will call you, or you're going to do a virtual open house. Actually, somebody has done a virtual open house in Campbell, KW, and he got a $2 million buyer and he closed them on another house. And he's a brand new agent. So you hear those stories. If it happens to one, I always say, if somebody can do it, I can do it. That's my philosophy. And yes, I am very shy in the camera. If you see me, I'm very outgoing in person, but yes, I worry so much about the camera, but I got over that. I think about it as business and linked to the people. It is who I am. And I take them touring. The only difference between virtual tour and virtual private tour is you're taking them, like I said, you open the cabinet, you show them there's a lazy Susie, you show them there's a garbage and recycle cabinet. You show them those things that they cannot see in pictures. Even if you want to do it on an open house virtual tour that you walk through it, which I did a walking open house, there's not enough time to go by every detail. Your chance to take your time with that client to show them every single thing, every feature in the house, only when you're one-on-one. But you cannot even blast an ad. 5 minutes is going to be too long. And let me tell you, 5 minutes is not enough to go through every feature in the house on a video. It's very hard.
Okay.
Please, anybody have questions, please go ahead, stop me and ask me questions. Okay, I look in setting up for success. Monday, Tuesday, you do the ad. Wednesday, the open house sign. If I look at all that, usually we have pictures of the listing of Tuesday or Monday. So we would hit the broker tour, depending when the broker tour is for the city where we have the listing. And by Thursday or Friday, I'm ready with my flyers. And most of the time I invite the neighbors on Friday for wine and cheese. This is very, very important. I do it as an open house on the MLS, and I usually do it between 4 and 6. However, I go invite, knock on the door, invite everyone within the 2-3 streets around that house that I'm listing, and invite them for cheese and wine. I would say out of 10, maybe 1 or 2 would show up. I need only one good lead of that, or I need them to see me and connect with me. One more person know who you are. It's good for your business. It's good branding as well. So Friday, I do it always wine and cheese. And on Thursday, I would go and invite everyone by door knocking. And by door knocking, if they don't answer, I would put a door hanger. Please come and see us. We have a wine and cheese event from 4 to 6. And I put the address and a picture of the house. Saturday, Sunday, of course, I do the open house physically. What I started to do, I get someone to sign everybody coming in, qualify them or asking them question, how did you hear about the open house? I see a lot of people come from the coming soon sign outside physically. So that's one important thing that would help you for the open house. I put open Saturday and Sunday rider on my sign, my rider outside. We get a lot of people, of course, coming from the internet. Once you do the open house information on Thursday, you have to do it in advance on your MLS so it can propagate to all online website. Don't come at night on Friday. It's too late to post your open house time. You have to do it way ahead of time. With that said, Wednesday is when everyone looking to plan their weekends. If they are buyers and looking for houses, most likely they look at it on Wednesday during lunchtime. That's what we've seen as a behavior, or on Thursday morning because they want to schedule their time on the weekend, which house they're going to go see. So I would say the same thing also when I launch my ads for an open house. I launch it on Tuesday because it takes 1 day to publish on Facebook and on all the social media. So I would do it on Tuesday, so it's launched on Wednesday. And people tend to look or pay attention more to the Facebook even right now on Wednesdays. Monday, everybody's struggling. Okay, the beginning of the week is crazy, like all of us, the same thing. Tuesday, we kind of know what we've done and what we have to do the rest of the week. Wednesday is mostly the time. It did not change. Amazingly, it did not change during the pandemic. However, in the beginning of the sheltering, when everybody was at home and not working, we didn't know what's going on. Everybody was checking everything through Monday through, every day on the social media. So if you want to do an ad to invite people for a virtual tour or an open house, you have to set up the ad campaign on Tuesday and launch it for Wednesday and keep it running for 1 week to 10 days. Because whoever missed out on the weekend, they might have some time to call you and tell you, hey, can we see it on Tuesday night? Can we see it on Monday? No matter what, this is an exposure for you. So this is how I do it right now and schedule everything right now virtually. And like I said, when it's real open house in person, Monday, Tuesday are the pictures. Of course, if we're staging, we stage by the past Friday. And then Wednesday, I do all my marketing. Thursday, I make sure all my flyers are printed and I'm ready in the morning on Friday to prepare for that cheese and wine and put some grapes. It's very cheap, and whatever is left over, and maybe I'll get also individual packed pastry. Whatever leftover, not wine, of course, I would also bring it on Saturday and Sunday. People like to see that you are generous, that you are doing the right open house. And from that, I actually got a seller that they love the way I'm engaged and what I'm offering to everyone on the open house. And they asked me to list their home. One more thing I do to make the kids busy, I get a basket, I go to dollar store, I get all those little toys that you use on a birthday party or, on a favors bags. I put them all in one basket. I do always have one person holding the open house with me, plus a lender. So if they have any questions for a loan or a purchase, information on that house or another house, that lender will catch them and eventually they're gonna become my buyer. And the other person that holding an open house, make sure that the children are busy with the toys so the parents, I can walk the parents through the open house and I can sell them on the house. So that's another thing that I do in my regular open houses as well. Any questions? Nope. Cool. Okay, door knocking, I think we are going to, well, let me maybe talk about it briefly. I would have a part of my marketing when I door knock, when people do not answer the phone, answer the door, I'm sorry, I would put a door hanger with the information of the open house. And I always offer a raffle. That's one more thing that I do in the open house, that I would offer a raffle. And once they come and visit, they have to bring a little card, which they tear it from the door hanger, and they put their name, their phone number. And to me, this is elite. Yes, I will give them the raffle. I would give them a gift. Honestly, what I have done, I've got 3 good leads one time. I send the 3 leads Starbucks card and say, hey, you won the raffle, because I wanted to know more and I wanted to connect more with them. I felt those are strong leads. So for $20 coffee card, you can get also good business on that. Virtually, that's my next ad is gonna be call us for a virtual tour and have a chance for a raffle for a Home Depot card. And again, I sold that idea from what I see online going on. People right now, they would go for a Home Depot because everybody is home at home and everybody has a small project. People don't care too much about the coffee because they don't go to work. So the coffee, most of people, they do it at home or they grab it whenever. It used to be like a must when you go to your office in the morning. But right now, I look what is enticing to people. It could be a Costco card for $25. People go to Costco and buy, or Target. Again, it's kind of a marketing, you write it off, and at the same time, you could win somebody loyal to you. When promoting and hosting the open house, I spoke a little bit about it already. You greet everyone, and some people are just looky look. Some people they gonna be neighbors. So I'll ask them, hey, are you coming from the neighborhood? Do you live in the neighborhood? Just one question, I will find out what they're doing. Either they're coming to check the new kitchen, and I get that a lot on my luxury, my high-end listing. People want to come and see the newest trend, which is okay. And I've been in touch with one person for 1.5 years now. They keep calling me, hey, what do you think we should do? We're thinking to change the color in the house. This is a relationship you build with them. Over the year, they've sent me a referral. I say, hey, by the way, we love the way you work, and we talked to our friend about you, and would like to introduce you to our friend. They're buying a home. See, those people are not selling, are not buying, but I'm giving the service, I'm giving my expertise, and I'm helping them for any questions they might have. So that's another thing as a follow-up that I do. I keep in touch with them, and I code them in my phone, which open house, where they live, and when they call me, I know who they are, and I pick up the phone right away.
I have a question. You
Yes.
said that whoever responds to the raffle, they'll all become winners. Fine. Well, you have a phone number because that's all you ask them for when they return the card. Is that how you do it?
Okay, so now with the virtual tour, they have to register. Actually, I would capture their full name, phone number, and email. But
all of that they'll give you.
Yeah, this one is coming. When you run an ad on command, you capture all this information.
I see. On when you run the ad on command.
Yeah. Now, I don't give everybody. I give only the ones that I think they're real leads. When it comes to open house, my door hanger has a card that you can tear it and they can put their name, address, and phone numbers. Most of them, they put only the phone number.
Right.
Yeah, which is okay. And then I will call them. If they don't answer, I will text them. And now I'll keep them on my neighborhood nurture. Because you can do the neighborhood nurture by texting using Twilio. So if you don't have an email to send them an email, you can always keep sending them text, showing them your new listing, or giving them an information. This house in the neighborhood where you visited that open house, here, this is what's going on in the market. If they're monitoring, eventually they answer, and sometimes they don't answer. But it doesn't cost that much just to keep in touch. I have seen people that came after 1.5 years to talk to me. They remember me and they remember my emails. Okay, so I'm gonna see the qualifying deletes. This is when you ask questions. I need to know if they're just visiting, looky look. A lot of time I make also contact with all the neighbors, especially if I have high-end listings sitting on the market for 5 months and I'm doing so many open houses. Those people, eventually everyone in the street visited my home, my listing, and I connect with them. I include them on my farming because now those people, they know me in person. So a lot of time I do farming. Hey, I sold 2 houses in Santa Clara. I put the 2 pictures on it. If you know someone wants to sell, or if you want to sell, call me. I include those people that they visited my open house into that farming as well. So I tag those people by open house as well tag, and which open house they came, because I could do Santa Clara or I could do San Jose or I could do Belmont. This is completely different audience. It's just a way to keep in touch. And the value, of course, I offer any neighbor, hey, if you need to connect with any contractor, if you need to update your home, that's what I offer the neighbors. Don't shy away from someone that walking and took their time to walk in the open house. Even if they're coming to steal what is in the house, try to manipulate it to your advantage. Unless they're very rude, then okay, I leave them. A lot of people, no, I'm just looking. I don't want anything. You can see the like, don't talk to me attitude. I just let them be. I don't waste my time on them anyway. Okay, door knocking. I think let's see, okay, I'm going here. Capturing the lead. Always in an open house, a regular open house, you get a free book from the title company that already have this form. What I do, I tear one form at a time and I leave it on the island or in the kitchen and ask them to fill up their information. But lately what I have done, when I get the lender to receive them, I make sure they have an iPad and they ask the people to put their information because there's a raffle. I'm finding when somebody else asks them to register, they're more receptive to it. Either they catch them as they're going or they're leaving the house. It's much better than me approaching them. When I approach them, they think, oh, I'm just gonna haunt them with emails and everything. So I let the lender do this. And sometime also I hired someone with the iPad. They have different personality and talk to them and show them, you see, it's amazing kitchen. Did you like the kitchen? Kind of breaking the ice, but through another person. And I get that list at the end of the weekend. And then I would put them on a smart plan, or I would text them all individually. Thank you for coming. If you have any questions or if you need any help with updating your current home, please do not hesitate to call me. So I'm giving them, I'm not taking anything. I'm showing them that I can do things for them, even if they're not buying. I'm not haunting them to buy a house or sell their home. And this is building a relationship. So not only I capture the lead, I keep them interested as well. Okay, safety first. Okay, I try not, well, I do not park in the driveway of the house that I'm listing because that's more parking space for the visitors. I park far away, or I park, if it's a tiny street and my sign is not really obvious on the street, I park across the house and I put an open house sign with an arrow on top of the car. And that also one more direction for them. So even if somebody missed the corner open houses, they will not miss that big open house arrow in front of the house. I would meet the neighbors and I would be very cordial with them. Never turn your back on a prospect. Exactly what I said, even if it's a neighbor just interested to copy the updated kitchen, talk to them if you have time. Sometimes I don't talk to them. I would pay attention more if there's real buyers walking in with a pre-approval, without pre-approval. You make your own judgment who you want to spend your so little time in person with the lead that you think is gonna get you some business. And this comes by experience. For safety, always 2 people in the house, never 1. And 1 is always next to the door, next to the entrance, and 1 with the client. If it's 2 levels, I always get someone to walk with them upstairs, especially if the house is not vacant. We hear a lot of people stealing some small stuff. We are not liable, but we do whatever we can to protect the seller belongings. Always have your phone in your hand in case something happens, and we hear a lot of horror stories. If you have your phone in your hand, there is a way to get the 911 recorded as an emergency on your phone, and it's so easy on your favorite, and you can just dial it in case something is not right. So at least they see you with the phone also, and they kind of worry not to do anything wrong. An example, I was doing an open house in Oakland, and I could see 3, 4 guys just walked in. It was me and my 2 daughters. And they were checking everywhere. They went upstairs, and I see them, they're opening the windows and they're leaving them open, like unlocking the windows. I knew there is something fishy, but we are 3 people in the house. So always have an eye what's going on. Always be aware your surrounding. And I'm sorry, this is this for a man or a woman handling an open house, because you never know. It only takes 2 seconds and you're in trouble. Yes, and your phone has to be charged all the time. So I always walk with my phone in my hand, basically. Follow up and convert. This is the famous slide on every Ignite. You connect to the lead, you cultivate. Either you get an appointment or you stay in touch with them until you get under the contract and you close. That's in the luckiest situations.
May I add something?
Yes.
Hi, it's Melissa. I learned about a new, well, I guess it's a new feature through HomeSnap for safety for realtors, and I just wanted to share with everyone if there's anyone that hasn't heard about it yet. It's a safety timer. And I think you primarily use it when you're doing showings, when you're out alone in a home with a buyer. It sets a safety timer with an emergency contact. And if that timer expires, it sends an emergency text message to that contact. And of course, you have the ability to, change it, dismiss it, or extend it. And there's also a way to set up a one-click emergency or distress send out as well. And that's through HomeSnap.
Oh, okay. So maybe you can put the link of HomeSnap on the chat box and people can just check on that, copy it and paste it.
Sure.
Yeah. Okay, best practice. Again, we passed through all that. You host a speaker. Basically, sometimes you get into the situation where there's 4 or 5 people at the same time. So you can explain everything about the house to all of them at one time. And instead of losing one of the leads, this way they all get the information one time, and then you offer them, hey, if you have any more questions, let me know. Then individually, everyone is gonna come and ask you any more inquiries. Offer the gift, that's the raffle on every open house I hold. And now I'm gonna add it also on my virtual open houses. get the house in showing shape. Actually, people live differently, but me, when I hold an open house, I don't like to see dust on the windowsill. So I go a day before doing an open house. I make sure everything is nice and neat and clean. And then go live. This is over the weekend. Now you don't worry too much about every little corner that there is dust when it's virtual open house. However, you go more in detail. You take more time in explaining every feature of the house virtually. Again, the do and the don't. When we talked about all the doing and the don'ts. Whenever I list a house, I make sure that the client take all the personal stuff, all the valuable, lock it away, because we are not liable for it. And anybody can come with another agent and they take something, we are not liable. We cannot watch 24/7 every person walking in an open house or even in a showing. Don't have messy meals or snacks. So always provide individually wrapped pastry, and that's for safety, for everyone's safety. Don't make assumption that this is a neighbor coming in and I'm not going to pay attention to them, because you never know. Just be cordial, be nice to everyone. Disinfecting wipes, toilet paper, paper towel, pants, all those extra business cards, backup battery, measuring tape. Okay, whenever I prepare for an open house, I have the disinfectant wipes even before the COVID-19. I have toilet paper because people want to go to the restroom. Pens to fill up for the raffles or to take down some information. Air freshener, if the house is being painted, it's good to put plugins. Some people put candles. I don't like to put candles because of the soot, but air freshener are more effective. Sometimes they're too hard. Don't put it too much. I would put it like 1 hour before the open house, so it's not too much, and for allergic people. Extra business cards. Just leave your business cards along with your flyer. And what I've added, I've made a small brochure about where we sell and buy, who we are, what are our teams. And I made a small pamphlet, folding pamphlet, that people can walk away with it instead of only business card. People get attracted to more pictures and a bigger pamphlet. And a lot of times I also, if we're in the beginning of the year, I offer everybody a calendar, because I send calendars to my clients. So that's another giveaway at an open house. Again, the toys that I've mentioned. Water is very important. Trash bags, you have to be ready to clean up after every open house. So if somebody opened the trash cabinet, they don't see the trash in it. It's much cleaner to keep it clean. Tissues. And now I would add to it, we are not allowed to give business cards. We're not allowed to leave flyers. No pens, nothing. I basically don't put anything in my listings anymore. Shoe covers, but I've heard some people saying that we're not allowed to put shoe covers. I just put them there. And shoe covers, just an FYI, whenever you have a listing, you ask the title company to provide the shoe cover and the mask right now. You do not go and buy it. They're allowed to give you that, and it's free for you. So whatever you can minimize your expenses, do it. So whenever I have a listing, I call the rep, hey, can you drop some shoe covers and mask right now? When after the COVID-19, even the listing existing, I said, hey, I need more shoe cover and can you provide masks? All of them, they do this right now. And I provide the sanitizing. I would put a sanitizer bottle up there, and I put gloves. If the masks are run out, I always emphasize on the private remarks for anybody coming to show the house. Now, it's not an open house. I'm talking in general. they have to come with their own mask, and everything else is provided at the listing. So that's my best practice. And of course, we have to put on every listing right now the guidelines, and it has to be visible at the door of the listing. Did I miss anything, Mark, as guidelines for the COVID-19? I'm covering between virtually and regular open house at this point. Follow-up. My follow-up will be basically, okay, again, the lead generation, prospecting. You get the lead, you add the contact, and you cultivate on the contact until you get an appointment. If you don't get an appointment right away, you might get a referral. So just keep in touch with them. And it could be also if you have their email or phone number. I went and texted everyone manually because I didn't have much to do on Mother's Day. I knew their mothers and remember they had kids. I always put a note on those people that they had kids or not, or young couple. And I would say happy Father's Day and happy Mother's Day, just a text. I link with them. They answer, they don't answer, fine. I would just keep it until a year. I don't hear from them, then I stop. This is how I do it. Okay, now I'm gonna take you to the comment. So now I do have a lead from the open house. Let me see. Let me close all that. Now I am opening comment. Does everybody know how to go by, okay, my screen is not. Let me zoom less here. By the way, I'm using incognito all the time. It's the best practice. Here's my comment. I always have it as a link. So now I have a new contact. Everybody knows more or less how to enter a contact in comment so far?
Nope.
Okay.
You're still on the screen that shows the lead generation funnel. It's not showing your command screen.
Oh, really? Your screen paused. Let me do the sharing again. You're okay now? You see my comment?
Yep.
Yes.
Perfect. So here's my contacts. You want me to go through creating a contact?
Yeah.
Okay. So I'm going to go and add a contact. Again, it takes a little bit time. They're doing massive upgrades and fixes on command. Shirini was having the same issue yesterday. And this is the screen for the contacts. And I'm gonna enter, should I do ABC again? ABCD. That's the full name. I will put the email. I will put the number. And this is me who's owning it. Mark as a lead. You can mark it as a lead, or you can add it on your pipeline. I like to add it on my pipeline. The intention is there. It's not only a lead. I'm working on it to become my pipeline. tag is going to be open house. So that tag exists, but see what I did here? Because I want to know where I got them from. So I tagged them open house of my listing on Neil on January 18, 2020. Okay. And then I tagged also open house. And I'll show you why I'm tagging open house later on. Because when I close my listing, I'm gonna send all those leads that this house is being closed over or under asking, and this is one more touch to them. And I can pull anybody by open houses, and it would get everybody. Is there Neil? I have many listings not far away, Santa Clara. I would use that as well as an open house smart plan. I'm just gonna put open house for now. Add more information. What's the best way to connect with them? Most of the people email or text. You have to figure out which one. You can only choose one. So I'm going to put this one as an email. Additional email if they have a work email. A lot of my buyers, they have one email accessible by the wife, husband and wife with one name, househunting@gmail.com with a number. So this, I can do an additional email in here, an additional phone number, and it could be a number of like phone number for work as well. Some people have different number for WhatsApp, for example. Primary address, if I happen to have their home address, I will put it, but if I don't, that's okay too. It's basically very straightforward. You add every information you have on them. If you have a Facebook profile, you can add it here. I don't do that Facebook. I go on Facebook and friend them right away. And that's another way that I do sometime when I talk to a client, instead of giving them, if I run out of my business card, I say, you know what, what's your Facebook name? And I connect this way because I want to know who they are. You can tell a lot about a lead from their Facebook, from their personal Facebook. Some of them, they will volunteer. And I say, okay, I'm going to send you a text on Messenger if you don't want to share my phone, your phone number. That's another way to make them feel comfortable. Get any information you can. About. Okay, so legal name. Whenever I work with a buyer, first thing I ask them after I talk to them, they've been introduced to me by a referral. Can you please send me your name exactly like on your driver license? This way I have their legal name right away. If they question anything, before they question it, because we do have to get feed forms before we go see houses. That's what I'm doing right now. So right away I catch the right legal name. And with the right legal name, most of the time I check on LinkedIn who they are, what they do for, for work, and I go check on Facebook. And sometimes you just put the legal name on Google search. You have to be a private investigator, especially if you get somebody from online or you get someone from a referral. You want to know more about them without asking too much question, because people get shy to answer every little thing. Birthday, if you have them, if you have that birthday, that's great. I do this after I close the transaction, tell them, hey, could you please fill up that form? And it will have a birthday. It would have the name of their kids, the birthday of their kids. And this is valuable information because I could put a smart plan automatically to send them happy birthday on the date of their birthday. Every single field here you enter, there is a use for it. with the description. This is notes for you, basically. Home anniversary, whenever I close seller or buyer, the close of escrow becomes home anniversary, and I send them an anniversary card with $10 coffee card. Happy 5 years in your home. Let me know if you or someone else need my services. And I keep in touch with them. And that's why I never lose a buyer to become my seller. They know what I do, and they know that I'm paying special attention to them instead of taking them out. Some of them, I take them out for lunch from time to time, like twice a year. Hey, let's go catch up. How about lunch? And sometimes everybody is busy, but this is touches to your database. Relationship, it could be son and father they're buying, and I had that more than one situation. You can put the father, so you link them together that way. But if you need to send an email to both of them, you need to create another contact for the other person. But this again, it relates, who are they? What's the relationship? Their job, their company. Then I go to the sales pipeline. Say, did I capture them? Did I connect with them? And I can select it from the contact or select it from the list. These are pipeline that will show up on your upcoming closing or potential closing for your GCI. That also touches another module in comment. I would say fill up whatever you can. If I connected to them, sales pipeline, I connected to them. It's a referral, they call me, I talk to them. Sometimes they disappear. Sometimes they call me and they don't tell me that they're working with someone else. And I got that situation like 2 months ago. They were not honest. They were not completely 100% satisfied with the agent that they're working with. And after 2 months, I texted, I called and left a message, no answer. I let them be. After 2 months, send me big text. Sorry, it was out of touch, but thank you for all your follow-up. We were not sure about the agent we're working with. I'm like, okay, fine, no problem. I wouldn't want to take someone from another agent too. So these are all, okay, custom is you create your own fields at this point. Like I use the anniversary, what would be a custom? I mean, let's go add a custom. It could be, my God.
I've used hobbies or sports. I've used hobbies or sports, so I can kind of, especially if it's something I know a little bit about, so that I can remember to talk with them about it.
Yeah, and you can say client type. My client type could be maybe in 2 years, we're gonna close something. So that just, it has to, this custom is for you, or if you wanna pull up a report by that field, basically. I have not used it, to be honest with you, the custom, because I have enough with what's up there. Maybe later on, get more creative. And then bam, you create it. Sometime it will check. Okay, I can see it now. Okay, where my screen got? Okay, my screen got. Do you see my screen at all?
It's loading, it looks like. It's white.
Yeah.
Like.
Here we go. Once I create it, the opportunity kicks in right away. Once you create a contact. Do you see my screen now under opportunity?
No, it's still white.
Still white, okay. I have to screen. See it now?
Yeah.
Yeah, you're good to go.
Okay, somehow the screen sharing keep pausing. I don't know why. Okay, so right away, once you create a contact, it comes to you as an opportunity. So let's create an opportunity because that ABCD is going to become a buyer. So I'm going to create an opportunity here. It's already marked with my market center, my name. If you don't change that to the correct type from the beginning, you cannot change it later. So you have to go by each field, and it's very important. So I'm going to do a buyer right now. See, I called in by putting the name of the clients, and it could be a co-buyer here, and it's the other name of the wife. I did not create the wife. Let me put ABC. I think I have another ABC here. The co-buyer is husband and wife, father and son, but I want to put them both in here because that opportunity is going to turn into compliance at one point once you are in contract with a buyer. So the opportunity name, it's tagged always with the name of the contact. This is a buyer for me. Estimated close. So I want to say maybe they're going to close in 3 months. Show them, get them pre-approved, show them houses within months, 2 months, buying and closing. Again, this is an intention. I put 3 months in here, and then budget. The reason I put the budget here, it would go in your pipelines in your GCI is potential income for you. So let's say 800,000. And I put 2.5, and you will see what happens here. Now I'm not in Cultivate right now. I have an appointment with them, or it could be they're active, they're looking. See how everything, the stage changes here? So if you are in Cultivate, it could be getting pre-approval. And by the way, I've added that stage. There's a way you add extra. Or you're showing them homes. You're sending them homes. They're not really yet active. All the red stars here has to be filled. And if it's an appointment, I'm scheduling an appointment, scheduled and kept. So I'm going on an appointment. A lot of time I pass this and I go, okay, I'm working with them now and we're searching for houses. And it's assigned for me. This changes for team members, team like Timothy Chow or Alan, they would be assigned to another team member if they have a buyer's agent. And then I save.
Hi, Maha.
Uh-huh.
When you say compliance to add the co-buyer, is it because the two of them are on the contract?
Yes, when I say compliance is what we have SkySlope is going to be replaced by the compliance. That means when you start to get the offers and everything, their name, both of their name here, look here on the top.
Yep.
Both of their names are going to be there.
Okay.
When I say compliance, meaning that this is going all the way to your SkySlope and your closing. It's like
okay. Right. So if the wife is not on the contract for some reason, so I don't have to add it there, right?
No, you don't.
Okay.
Yes.
Thank you.
If they're both on the contract, it's much better. It's the right way to start your flow because it's going to be beneficial more later on.
I have
Got
a
it.
question. If you know that they're married and this might become an issue and the wife is not involved, do you suggest any information that they should review before you run into an error all the way at the end and the wife is not signing because she's married and she wants it on the title?
So that's, I leave it between them. But the way I pursue that from the beginning, when I interview them, I ask those questions. I need your full name I need your email, I need your phone number, and are you both gonna be on the title? Are you both gonna be on the loan? And when I do the first meeting, I have both of them on the phone. Sometimes it's the husband taking care of the finance and the wife is looking for the houses. You have different scenarios.
But
But
sometimes you come to the 11th hour and nobody wants to sign off because there's disagreement, and you don't know that because it doesn't look like that. So I like to make sure that the title issue is addressed right at the beginning to avoid this 11th hour emergency.
okay, so here is the flow. I have the first consultation with them and they're okay, they wanna start. The question is, are you gonna be both of you on the loan? If it's yes, okay. If it's no, okay. If you, Mr., are gonna be on the loan, is the title gonna include husband and wife? And
I understand all the questions. It's a matter of when do you do this? Right at the beginning.
yes.
Yeah, very important. It's very important.
Yes, you don't want to go all the way and then there is issues. And you're gonna know in the middle of it in a way. And the reason I ask those questions, I tell them because I'm gonna send you to a lender to pre-approve you. So should I put both of your names? Sometimes the wife said, no, just put my husband on the lending. I'll be on the search. That's how it is. And sometimes I see the wife is used on the loan because she has better FICO. So that's another thing too. So you can address that. You have to address that in the beginning.
You have to.
Yeah, that's one of the questions. You get to know them. Where do you work? And are you currently renting? Are you leasing? When is your lease ending? Will you need to break the lease? And do you know how many months you're gonna be breaking the lease? And please do not give a notice to your landlord until we release contingency on the house, not when you put an offer in. So those things you have to hold their hands from the beginning. You know what is the situation, and in time you figure out the right time to address everything. That's another thing too, the leasing. And by the way, when a buyer starts working with you, tell them, okay, now that you're buying a house, I don't want you to open new cards. I don't want you to go and buy a new car because your pre-approval is going to be annulled. It's going to change. And do not go and check rates everywhere. It doesn't matter. I'm going to give you 2 lenders right now. Check between them. Nothing counts until you are in contract. So those things has to be like a hand holding in your first consultation. And from that, you prepare them. Sometimes I also go through the process of submitting an offer. And at the end, I tell them, I know you probably did not catch 5% of what I said, but we will go through that one by one later on. And they laugh about it. All I want you to do now, let's get pre-approved, get me the budget, and we'll work from there. I refuse to work with someone without pre-approval right now.
There's one other thing that happens at the 11th hour that can be avoided. If they're buying a condo, and you come to the 11th hour and the homeowner association doesn't have enough insurance from the lender's point of view, and they won't fund a loan. So you've gone all the way to the end, you've done everything right, and you didn't ask the obvious question. Pay the fee and find out what they're.
Okay, one thing to do, whenever I have a condominium, what I do, I pull up the disclosures, right? I get the HOA, I send it to the lender. Hey, are we good with that or not? And first thing you want to check is the litigation on any HOA. That's what's going to affect your lending or your loan.
Unless you pay a certain fee to the HOA, they're not going to fill in the insurance criteria. And that's the big issue. I mean, I haven't, but when I was a new agent, that was a big issue. You didn't check the insurance.
Yeah, but the seller has to provide you the HOA docs, and that should be included, the insurance.
That's true.
Yeah, that's part of the disclosures. You should not wait all the way. My concern is litigation. I have a listing. My seller did not know that there is a litigation. I come to know there's a litigation after I received the HOA 2-3 weeks after listing the home. I'm like, oh my God. I look at the litigation letter. I find out it's not a big deal. I pass it by few lenders. One told me, no, you cannot do it. Two other, they said, oh yeah, it's regular. It's not a big deal. It's not a structural. That is your main thing. And another thing, you need to make the buyer aware, because they're all looking at the interest rate is 2.5. No, it's not. It's not when you're buying a condo, it's not when you're buying a townhouse. Some townhouses are treated as single family as far as a loan interest. The interest changes. So I make sure explain to them, your interest will be higher, insurance will be, homeowner insurance will be higher if you're buying a condo opposed to a townhouse or a house. And when you give all this information, they know, they trust you, they know what's your expertise. And I tell them when time comes, every lender will require a 1 year homeowner insurance to be paid ahead of time. I will help you to send you some people to check, to get a quote from them. You have to be really involved with the buyer, because whatever you do for them, that's gonna get you more business later on. And you wanna do the right thing anyway. I don't think I'm supposed to go do that opportunity. How are we doing on time? Did you guys want me to go through the opportunity? Now you see how I filled everything on the opportunity, and now it comes in as all information here. And look how it calculates. My commission is going to be 20,000. My budget is 800.
Budget is your sale price?
800. Now this is a buyer, right? Oops, what happened now? My network?
Huh.
Okay, I'm gonna stop sharing and go sharing again.
Your network sucks.
No, it's not, I don't think it's a network.
No.
I got kicked out of comment because I'm with you, right?
Yep.
Yeah, I think it's comment. I'm gonna go back. There we go. There we go. It's just slow. Timed out and kicked me out. Okay, these are the documents most probably of the, click, taking so much time. It's gonna be like the offer disclosures that you will upload. This is a compliance class later on. You can start the transaction and you can start putting the offers if you have put the offer for that house and it got accepted. If you are the listing, you're gonna put many offers here, and there's a way you can enter all the offer information and give a sheet to the seller. Hey, we got 3 offers and here are the terms for each offer. Here you go, the checklist. And you're gonna add items. This is when you have an offer in and you have to submit it to the MC. So they put it into the numbers of the market center. I'm not gonna go through that right now. It's way advanced if you have not touched the transaction documentation and going through a TC. This is basically the TC can do this. The transaction coordinator can do this for you. Okay. Now I'm gonna go to the design because you will be needing the design. Sorry, this is really the comment. It was acting the same way. Me also. I'm going to pull a social media. And this is the plus will get you to the library. Again, I'm going to put social. Next. Right now, I'm going to show you how to create a post. So just a second. Okay. So we have lots of design that comes here. If it's going to be an open house or a listing, it's going to be under the open house. Did anybody try to do design before?
I know.
Okay, so this is an open house design. This one is for Facebook. If I want to do an ad, paid ad, social ad, from comment, I would use something like that. And you can also do this one. Need patience.
Maha,
Yes.
did you create your Facebook ads through designs also?
Yeah, that's the one you saw.
Yeah. Okay. So how was the result of the?
When I get to the campaign, I can show you.
Okay.
But here is, you're invited. This is a design already. It's a template for you. You're invited. And if I want to change this part, and I want to put, you see, it has a frame for you, and maybe I don't like this font. So I go and hover here. Taking much time. And I want to change it to that. So it changed, and I want to make it bigger. Mm-hmm.
Can I ask you one question?
Mhm.
For the virtual open house,
Mm-hmm.
if any buyers, okay, randomly people comes, right?
Yes.
If they are not pre-approved, do you entertain them?
Yes, you have to tell them. So this is my line. So first thing, we have to get you pre-approved because of the COVID-19. No listing agent or seller would accept to just show the house for an unpre-approved client.
Okay, thank you.
Unfortunately, there's a lot of realtors, they do this. And I just come to know, I have a listing in Belmont. I have a family with 2 kids. I had to get them out of the house to show the house to find out that this agent brought that client that is not even pre-approved.
Okay.
So why are we doing this? So I started to say pre-approved buyers only for the safety of my clients.
That is good actually, because
Yeah.
a lot of people just call and it's
Yeah.
unnecessary work, right?
Yes, and then that as an agent, you don't want to work with somebody, and I've done it before, and we learn from our mistakes. We are like so hung on getting that client. Hey, I'll come and show you houses and blah, blah, blah. You show them a house. Oh, I think I can get approved for 1.2. And I go show them 1.2, and I find out they have saving of 20,000.
Okay. Okay. So the means select your client, right? Yeah.
Not select your client, go through the process and tell them this is the process. We cannot show houses or people are not approved. But yeah, I have an old approval. I'm sorry, but everything changed now. They need to see a current pre-approval.
Okay.
Okay, because if they bought a car and they went and got a credit card high balance,
Hmm.
or if they delayed their rent,
Hmm.
especially during the COVID-19, that approval is no longer. It will show on their FICO, on their credit score. So
S- s-
I have a
okay.
question.
Thank
blame it
you.
on blame it on COVID-19 now.
Okay.
I swear, blame it on them now. I got a client, oh yeah, I can go 1.2. I said, can you approve? Yeah, I checked online. I can get $1.2 million house, blah, blah. I said, okay, how much is your down payment? See, I manipulate the conversation. He goes, oh, I've saved 20,000 so far. I'm like, you're buying 1.2 is 20%, you know, not even 1%, but
Hmm. Hmm.
not even 120,000.
Hmm.
And I said, okay, let me send you some stuff and check it, and just did not put more energy into it.
I have
Okay.
a
Thank
question.
you.
My question is, does Keller Williams charge the buyer if they do a loan through Keller Williams Mortgage?
No, I've been using Keller Mortgage now because I'm fed up of all the banks and their delays, and it's so smooth. Whenever the appraiser is ordered, I get a notification on my phone. I get an email. Appraiser's been ordered. Appraisal is approved, is reviewed and approved. Loan is approved. I don't even have to call them anymore. And they close way ahead of time, and they give $1,000 credit, including the appraisal would be waived from that $1,000.
So do you ask them to get pre-approved when
No,
you talk to them
no
before
fees.
you take them out?
Hmm?
Do you get this process going when they show an interest in purchasing before you even show them property, so you know what
Yes.
you're looking for?
Yes, and my line is any listing, any seller out there or listing agent out there is requiring only approved buyers to come to see the house.
And I'm not going to go out and show anything when they tell me they can buy what they can't afford.
No, do not. Everybody think himself the bank is going to give them money. The lenders are very, very aggressive right now.
Yeah.
Even if you're making 500,000 and you are 1099, you're independent contractor,
Not
they're
enough.
not gonna give you money. They will give somebody with W-2 that making 100,000 a bigger loan than even giving.
They want more documentation.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. So I'm not gonna spend so much time, but I'm gonna give you the idea here. See what I can change. This one here at my DBA. Very important that I could put mine in it. And this is under logo. So here I put my office, as simple as that. Images. So slow. Anyway, as simple as that. And this is done. And you can download it and save it.
आज कशी मस्त टांग दिली ओव्हर रिॲक्ट कंट्रोल मिळते इमोशनवर कंट्रोल ठेव.
Okay, I did not understand that. There we go. And I save it on my desktop. And you can see it here, the JPEG. So I go out of here. And just to show you quickly what Alice was pointing to. Oh my God, it is so slow. We need to meditate when working with command this week. They warned us. They said it's going to be slow. Okay. That's another design in here. You can choose anything. You just put your information, you put the day, and here you put the name and the street. It tell you, and then you put the time frame. So open house, you can say virtual open house. That's how I change everything. I put virtual in front of it. And I put my logo, I put my name, and I join us anytime between, and I give a time frame. That's if you're gonna be in a house and ready with your phone or with your Zoom. Once they register and connect with you and ask you for an open house timing, you can be ready at that time and you can show them the house. But this is how you send it as a campaign, an ad. Okay, let me go back in here.
How much it costs, Maha, for camping?
It's up to you, whatever you want to decide. I'm going to show you one right now. So basically, until this opens, I hope you can see. Let me see if you. These are my designs. These are, you can do flyers, you can do social. My. If you want to know how much it costs, I'm going to show you quickly the ad campaign. So you can create an ad about an open house offering a virtual tour like what I did. I included the video in the ad.
Sure.
People will click the ad from Facebook and I'm going to be talking and offering them a virtual tour. I keep going back. It's taking me. Here we go. I'm out now. And let's see the campaign. I'm jumping to the campaign now. It's pretty easy to do the design. All you have to do just, sometime it will allow you to put your picture, sometime not. Whatever it allows you, put it there. Very poor. Okay, here's my campaign. You see how many impressions I have on Tree Active? 17,000. It showed up in front of 17,000 people and I have 5 leads for $69. You remember the one I showed you? See, I paused one here because it was running and I did not see any click here too. It went for $22. I still have $22 left. I see 26 clicks, but no leads. They click, but they did not click that when they see. Okay, there is a window appears to the people saying, we're gonna be sharing your contact information. When they click here and they don't click anymore and agree, it does not go as a lead. This is how it is. So here is my ad that has the video. I'm gonna show it to you that way because you can duplicate an ad and make small changes. This is the ad I made for virtual open house. I don't create any listings in here. What it is, the name and the goal, I choose attract buyers. You can also brand awareness. You can brand yourself. You can attract listing. Advertising listing, it will lock you to one listing that you are advertising it. But if you want to think more out of the box, just attract buyers, whether it's your listing or somebody's listing, you're going to get a deal. You're attracting a deal right here.
Even if it's not your listing?
Yep. Well, okay. You see here what I'm saying?
Hello, this is Maha from Keller Williams. I'd like to invite you to schedule a virtual private tour for any of our listings in San Jose, whether it's during the weekdays or during the weekend. We will accommodate your time.
right? So our live virtual tour can be scheduled at your convenience, weekdays or weekends, as one text away. They can text me. That's how I put the catchy information here. So you can say, I'm offering virtual tour to any homes you'd like to see in San Jose. And you can make pictures of different homes on the design. There's so many things you can do.
But you're not the listing agent. You're attracting a buyer.
I am the listing agent. I'm attracting buyers for my listing.
Oh, well, that's what I wanted to understand. You
Yeah.
can't attract potential buyers by showing properties of other agents.
Yes, you see here I said what? Call us to schedule a live private tour of any of our two listings in San Jose. You can say, call us to schedule a live private tour of any listing in San Jose that interests you. We'll save your time and we'll work around your schedule.
I see.
You can say that too. You're offering the service. This is your value. You see here wording. Here you have 260 characters. If you go more than that, people are not interested to read more and more, right? And the headline, this one, it will show. Now I do this as a web or as an Instagram story. Show as an Instagram. This is a preview of how the ad will look like. We'll finish with the ad. I put my video here. I uploaded the video.
Maha, if you don't have our own listing, then?
That's what I'm saying. If you don't have your own listing, offer a virtual tour to 8 things they like in San Jose, or you can see in Santa Clara County.
Okay. Understood.
If that's the case, I will show you something else that I've done, and you can change the wording and offer the virtual touring.
Okay.
This is going to be a class on the ad. I'm just showing you what I've done in that ad for the open house. I use the Facebook lead generation, and I will point them. If I go take that link, what I did, I pointed them to my listing. Once they click here, we're going to go to my listing. See now? Do you see my screen, guys? Yeah. You see something loading? This is what I point to people. I pull up a link from my website. I go punch my listing address in here. Can you see this listing? Hello?
I can see it.
Okay.
Yes, yeah.
So I put that link. When they click, they're gonna see that link about my listing. You scroll down on the listing and you have all the information, the price, and you have everything from the MLS. And this is because I am pushing for buyer for my listing. The link on the agent site that I campaign. You ask me how much it costs. You can put any money you want, but usually they say, okay, I put between 15 to 20 miles around the city. That's the only thing you're allowed to do. It's actually the city radius. And I pick anybody renting, rent to own, software engineer. I pick up all those groups. And this is the budget. This is a $40 ad running for 6 days. I will He's spending $6.67 every day and evenly between Facebook and Instagram. And those leads, I think this one, I have 4 leads. So what you can do, I have another ad. Campaign again. Okay. I still have 3 active and I have 5 leads. So I got 4 of this one here. The one that is saying my San Jose listings. You see it? So I spent $24 and I got 4 leads. And it tells me how much one lead is costing me. 61 clicks, 865 impression. Now the Belmont one is doing much better. You see 15,000, but then I had no leads. So people are not being so smart. They don't click all the way. And so far there's $22 spent. That tell me that Belmont, nobody really is interested in it. Now I did an ad. If you want to offer a virtual tour, you can do any kind of ad to attract buyers. Just say we're offering virtual tour for any of those listings. Here we go. Again, I got a design. I picked pictures. And I said, imagine you own a single family home in the Bay Area for less than $1 million with today's interest rate. And the catch here, click on the link to see all homes in the Silicon Valley under 1 million. And how did I do this? I went to my website and I did the filter, all homes in Santa Clara County under 1 million. So once they click here, I put that one picture in here. And I said, once they click, they're gonna get that link. Just to show you what this link is about. I simply go to my website, and if they want more, or sometime they like a house, I will get notification that they like a house. By then I captured everything about them, their email and their phone number and their full name. So I did a filter for any houses between 500,000 and 1 million, because I don't want to catch the mobile homes. That's why I put it more than 500. And here, they're gonna see all those houses coming up. And every time they click, this is new, that means it came today. And if they like something, and actually what I did in that one, I opened all the map. I got it on the map. You can choose by the map with filter. And I went and said, any houses, any single family, because my ad said single family, not townhome, not any year, anything. Show hidden listings. I have no idea what that means.
Is that coming soon?
No, coming soon, it should be here already. Coming soon should be included here. It's included.
Uh-huh.
I don't show pending. Now we do have foreclosures. If I want to entice people and tell them, hey, interested to see foreclosure homes in the Silicon Valley? on a small writing on a design, and then I click on foreclosure. And if I click this off, you will see that there is foreclosure and short sale. No, I cannot change somehow, or it's taking so much time.
Reset.
Maha,
Yes,
so the buyers only get to this link after they put in their names and
yes,
email?
yes.
Okay.
So you
And
can
that's
create a landing page for your listing, or you can make it more like engaging and interactive. I want to
so
just,
that form, the capturing form, is it automatic from Facebook or Keller Williams comment?
this one here?
The capturing form before you get to this link.
Yes, yes, it's automatic.
Okay, so okay,
It's here. When I say use Facebook
right.
generation form.
Okay, got it, got it. And then they don't have to log in order to see those listings to the Keller Williams app.
No, I have the link here. So once
Okay.
they make the generation, they see that link that I'm putting them to. I'm following it up to that.
Okay, got it. Okay.
So once they say learn more, they click on learn more.
Mm-hmm.
They will see form capturing. They click one more to see it, and this is what they get, the screen. Now,
Right away, right? Okay.
yeah, one time I did that, and believe it or not, I caught a client and I closed them last month. I directed them to my website, right?
Yeah.
And I put use site or landing page, which is push them to register on your KW website. And
Yeah.
I put that in here. So my next one, I'm trying, right? $30, $40. But when I don't see any action, you can pause it or you can stop it.
Okay.
People are getting much more, especially in the Silicon Valley. They're much more smart, outsmarting the system. They don't want to click because they know you're going to capture and you're going to call them.
Right.
And right now is whenever you get something captured at this point, you can see it here. See, I captured one lead 2 hours ago, 16 hours ago, 3 hours ago. And if I click on it and it will tell me, I'm just showing you. That's the workflow. After you send that and somebody click, you're gonna get a notification on your phone, because if you have to have Kelly app, and here, that's the person name, phone number. This is all captured from the lead, and it tell me received virtual tour in San Jose listing. And received at 8:22 a.m. Now, this one, once I talk to them, I can do the smart plan for them, or I can do a safe search for them, send them a search of all San Jose listing, any San Jose listing, and I send it to them. And then here, I can add a neighborhood for them. And they're gonna get emails from you. And if they click on any house, you're gonna see on your timelines that they've checked a house. So let me show you how it is.
Do you make them to download your apps? Is it something that
No,
you push?
no. I'm sorry, but I don't believe the app is really 100%, and I'm almost lost 2 clients this way. So what I did, I'm back to contact. Let me back to contact. I'll show you how it shows. I direct them to my website. That website that I show you, the KW website, a site agent that you have in here somewhere under the consumer. This is what I direct them to. My God, it's so slow. I'm typing. Here we go. This is a client I picked from my website as a lead. You see, he went and unsubscribed of everything. But if I go to all activities, I have to show you all the way past that at the bottom. They went and unsubscribed themselves. Because when they called me, they were interested in the East Bay, Livermore, Walnut Creek, but now we closed. So you see how far it goes? I've put them on tons of neighborhoods. I just want to show you, here we go. You see, when they go to my website and they viewed something, I see what they viewed. Then I call them, hey, did you like that house? And if I see them viewed it more than once, 3, 4 times, I know they're interested in it. Could not load listing. You know why? Because it's sold. The listing is not active anymore. And when I got them the first time, I will show you, see how many listings that they have seen? Because I directed them to my website. And this is when I created for them the neighborhood. Anything is done for that contact is being captured under all activities. So I started with them in April and we closed in June.
Very nice. Congratulations.
Yeah, and those ones, they came from the website. And while I'm working with them, they like the work with me. You see how they favorite here? Both of them, husband and wife. And I knew they liked that. When I started to talk to them and show them where to go and check houses, they came to me one day and said, oh, we took also some local agent's number to interview them. I said, why? Why are you interviewing with other agent when I started you with the pre-approval? I showed you the houses. Why? What is the idea? You know, because we're supposed to interview. I said, no, you have the best realtor. I'm taking care of you. You give me 1, 2 months. If I don't take care of you, by all means. Besides, you're a buyer. Why do you want to go to a listing agent where they have the duty toward the seller before you? By law, they have to tell me everything, but they don't really have to tell you anything because they've signed with the seller, not with you.
I have a question. Do you use a buyer broker agreement at the beginning to keep them loyal?
No, but I'm gonna start to do that.
Yeah.
Because I'm just getting burned, and then people, I work with them for 2 years on projects and they come, oh, we're gonna shop for an agent. Like, really?
Really?
Yeah. Help them with refinance, help them with everything. And I'm getting in that situation. I'm like, okay, I own that.
Buyer broker.
Buyer broker. However, they can, you know, cancel that agreement anytime.
Yeah, but you know, if you stay in touch with them and you say, if they're satisfied with my service, you know, I mean, you don't aggressively say, I force you for the next 10 years, but I don't know. As an experienced agent, I'm doing that now because I don't want to be burned.
Mm. Yeah, I mean, they can cancel it anytime.
I know.
So this is the workflow, and I show you like a study case or real story in here. And this is got reported as a success story. Now that I'm thinking of it, if I push them to register into my website, it's much better than just give them a picture and say, oh, if you like this house, come in. I'm testing everything actually in my paid campaign. And I'm monitoring which one is making money, which one is bringing leads. Now, not every lead is right, but we only need 1 lead. So from that lead that I closed, I say, you know what? That paid for my all my ads for next year. I made a check of 20,000, right? So I've been spending so far 243.
Maha, with this lead, so they only search homes from your website and they don't give you any other link like Redfin or Zillow?
No, they give me that too. And I said, hey, by all means, if you're more comfortable with Redfin or Zillow, just, you know, get me a screenshot and I'll give you all the story behind it.
Okay, got
and
it.
we put an offer on one and we lost. And sometimes when they lose, they think, oh, you're not a good agent. But we lost an all cash for 8 offers in Discovery Bay, believe it or not.
Wow.
Okay, so right away I went, and it was just in April, May time, I went and looked at any expired listing or canceled from March, which is the COVID-19. And I called everybody, hey, are you interested? Some of them already sold off market. And I got to that one person answer me. It turns to be a broker as well. And he's selling his own house. And I begged him to go see the house. He goes, oh, we changed our mind. I said, could you please give me the chance? My client really, really liked the house, and they lost an offer, and he knew what house they lost the offer on. And he goes, oh, my house is better. Might not have the same backyard, but my house is much better. I got it. I got them to see the house off the market. We got in, and then he came to me and sent me a message, the seller. He goes, you're the only agent who convinced me to sell my home. I went and posted that. I'm like, I'm rewarded this way if the seller or the broker who's selling his own house thought of me this way, that I really convinced him. Did not push him, but I convinced him that it's the right time to sell. Yep. And while I'm working with this buyer, 2-3 weeks after, when I get them into contract, hey, I have a client looking for an investment in Texas. I always make sure they know that I carry business in all the states. I'm one stop for everything. If you want in the future to invest something in the Midwest for a rental, let me know. I work with my network team. Just by saying that, they thought of me when somebody said, when his friend said, oh, I'm thinking to go to Texas and maybe get a rental there. So that's another check. Just capture everything comes. Be ready to capture anything. Did you want to go see the smart plan quickly? Mark, how are you doing on the time? I think we're done, huh?
Yeah, I think there's a command compliance class at 11 that
Yes.
I know Hilda and Bob wanted me to participate in.
Yeah. Guys, any question? Let me check. You guys put anything in the chat box?
Mark, where's the link for the compliance class?
Oh, I don't know. You got to check Facebook.
I did. I didn't see
There's
it
nothing in
there.
there?
Okay, let me
Or the
send
intranet site?
Okay, I'll send it to them. Hold on.
Yeah.
Because I get to it from Discord. Don't look at my screen. This is the techie stuff that we get posts on it. This is when we know what's going on in the back end of command. That's why, guys, I was frustrated in the beginning, but oh, why? I am logging in here. I might just send you the link from here. Here we go. I asked them if they're going to be recorded. Here you go. That's big link here. Kelly Cody is amazing. And this is a long class, guys. So let me see. I'm going to stop sharing here so I can get to the box, chat box. Here you go, guys. Go attend. You will learn a lot. And this is about getting offers and how to process. I believe they're going to touch the opportunity as well. Okay. Mark, was there any questions that I missed here on the chat? Why did you confront them, or how did you refuse to communicate? Okay, Amanda, which one was the question? What situation?
Oh, I think Mark kind of answered it. You know how like the Oakland, the three guys that came in, like yeah. How did you guys kind of handle the situation, knowing the weird things that they were doing?
I told Patty to call her ex-boyfriend to come and stand with us.
Oh, did he? Okay, so he did come and.
But I noticed after that they unlock every window.
Oh, God. Well,
So
that's what you
like, you
lock
know,
up
when
before you go out.
you put the window all the way, they unlock every window.
Yeah. They
And
wanna-
then I could see them the way the house is. I could see them. They're crossing. It's like three guys, young guys. They're not buyers.
No.
They're coming and like, okay. And I told the girls in French to watch out for those people. And I went upstairs with them. What can they do? Oh, and I always have a mace with me in my hand, by the way.
Oh, oh.
So the mace is a keychain, right? I put it with the car key and I leave it hanging with me. At one time, I took a buyer from the internet to show him and houses, and he goes, "Oh, is that mace?" I said, "Yeah." And he's like, "Bam." And I was so surprised that he noticed that.
I had an open house where they took the key.
Yeah, you see? Yeah.
I took the key and I had to.
I don't care if they take anything, but they don't hurt you too.
Well, yeah, but I had to go get a locksmith to come out before the open house was over and make sure that the house was secure. I didn't get anything out of it except aggravation.
That's okay. That's better than that girl, that real estate agent was found in a truck dead.
Oh.
The open house. That was all over the news, right, Mark? That was a few months ago.
Yeah, there have been a couple of cases, unfortunately.
Yeah, and I know in Intero, there was one lady got raped. The guy showed interest, and as she's closing, he came, "Can I see it one more time so I can take pictures from my wife?" And poor thing, she thought he's interested. "Can I see the storage under the stairs?"
Oh.
Opens the door, he pushed her, he raped her, and he. You know, a lot of time I say, "I'm sorry. If I'm alone, I'm sorry, I have an appointment with another client." If they are real client, they say, "Can I schedule another time?"
That's right.
You have to manipulate everything to your safety, really. It's crazy out there. Maha, did you, okay, I don't confront anybody, Amanda.
Never.
Always put a smile and do whatever you want, different way. Just
If they're stealing it, let them go.
Yeah,
whatever it is, let them go. It's not worth it.
Yeah.
Anything can be replaced, and you have to tell your sellers, first of all, it's for sale. It's going to be an open house. People are going to be walking through. Take your fancy, take any prescription medications or things that people could find a value and take them to a friend's house or put them in a box underneath the bed. No, you know, people might open drawers. They may go in the closet. Going to go sifting. So you want to keep things out of easy swiping reach for people, right? And then
Aren't most houses getting?
take care of yourselves first.
Aren't most houses now doing staging anyway, where everything is out?
Yeah, most houses are going to be vacant and staged, but you know,
Be
back.
careful with that too, because we had a case that a house in Los Gatos had an alarm, and it was staged for like 20,000 worth of staging. Somebody came and stole the staging.
Oh.
So always, so the rule of thumb, if
Oh,
you put a chair, if you put a table, go put something, if it's completely vacant, and say occupied by owner. The rule of thumb, if you have a piece of furniture or stage, that means owner occupied.
you never say vacant. Never.
A lot of people, they say vacant.
You shouldn't do it. I don't even think it's allowed.
No, it is.
No.
You know, in the MLS guidelines, if there's two data that go out, there's data that goes out to the public and data that goes out to licensed agents.
Mm-hmm.
For licensed agents, we do notify the property is vacant just to make it, you know, it's easy to show and whatnot.
Yeah.
But for the public, that information is not publicly available.
But not all agents are honest.
Well,
Sure, and some agents will put stuff in the broker marks they're not supposed to, but for that there's compliance and MLS to find them. So.
that's MLS.
Yep. Another thing we started to see that people would request to take the pictures down from the MLS for their security. The MLS is not agreeing. I took it one time and the guy put it back and said, "Why did you put it back? This is what the new owner doesn't want that for privacy." He goes, "I don't care, ma'am. unless you want to be fined. I don't care. We have to put it, we go back to those pictures for appraisal and condition of the house. Huh?
Confused. What pictures are you referring to?
Pictures, okay, so if you're putting a picture of the house and there is a sliding door in the bedroom, there's a sliding door from living room. Well, if thieves are looking at it, they're very techy, they know where is the entrance gonna be.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, people, you know, if you're a homeowner and you have privacy, a couple that do that, and yeah, no, they took them down.
Yeah.
Asked properly.
Yeah. So
no, yeah, they'll take them down. They won't do that.
I took it down and they put it back. The MLS put them back. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. And I was like arguing with him, ma'am, this is a policy. You're welcome to do it again, and you're gonna deal with fines. He said that simply to me. I'm like, oh, okay.
So don't put the picture up, that's it.
No, you can put pictures, but don't, so if you get an offer, don't do it. I think they monitor you the last week of close of escrow. So let's say you have an offer, take off the windows and the sliding door pictures, at least. That's how I do it now. Once I get an offer in hand for my listing, I take
You have to leave the main picture up. You only need to leave one picture up.
You only need one picture.
Yeah.
No, but if you put them, you cannot take them out. Yeah, check with MLS compliance, man. Yeah. Anyway, any other questions, guys? Please feel free to text me or let me know. Tomorrow we're gonna be doing the seller appointment as well. I'm probably gonna show you the seller, the CMA, to run the CMA through comment in a way.
Oh, that'd be awesome.
Yeah. An opportunity again for seller.
Very good. Thank you. Excellent.
All right.
Excellent.
All right. Thank you so much for your time.
Thank you.
Thank you, Maha.
Thank you.
Where's the link for the next one?
I put it on the chat before I close it, so please copy it.
Where is it?
10:54 a.m. I put a big, huge link, Eventbrite. This is command with Kelly Cody. We had Kelly Cody before for the whole day in Silicon City last year, and it was really, really good training.
I don't see it. I'm trying.
Okay, let me send it one more time.
It says that registration is closed.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
You copy it?
Yeah, cut and paste and go into it on your other screen.
Okay, thank you.
All right.
See you tomorrow.
See you. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Thank you, everybody.
Thank you, Maha. Thank you, Mark.
You're very welcome.
Guys, there's a 1:30 class today with Carl Batista. I highly recommend it. Carl's very successful. He's also a regional, and he is very well scripted.
Yes, he is. So
Very well scripted.
also,
Highly recommend that at 1:30.
yeah, and also all of them are going to be recorded. So request the recording too. You can request a recording on any of those if you missed something.
Mark, do you have a link of that 1:30 class?
It's on Facebook, on our Facebook, Silicon City and Santa Clara Valley.
Okay.
I think the sales ended. It says sales ended. I don't know why.
What do you mean?
The link that they sent it out says it's already been completed.
The event started already.
Yeah, events stopped already.
Are you talking about the one on?
About the compliance, if you haven't registered already, you may not get in.
Oh, okay. If we haven't registered, okay, they have a recording. Once I get the recording, I'll give it to you guys.
Awesome.
Thank you, Maha.
Thank you, Maha.
Awesome, thank you.
Thank you, Maha.
All right.
Good job, Maha.
But I'd like her second.
David, you didn't take a picture again for me. I haven't worn it.
My services got kicked in and out. I just got to the office, so it's synced out and.
Okay.
But good job.
Yeah, I think registration is closed already. Yeah, I can see that.
For the compliance class?
Yeah. Let me text Debbie. Why is it on? Yeah, I will text her right now.